So how are we doing? Are you feeling perfected? You feeling perfect this week? I mean, after eating all of that food, did you get up and look in the mirror and say, yeah, I'm looking pretty good? Are you feeling perfected? Well, thankfully, my calling isn't to make you perfect, because that would be rough. So what has God called me to do as a pastor? What has He called me to do as a teacher? The word perfect here, in the perfecting of the saints, is the same word that was used when the disciples in Matthew 4:21, it tells us that Jesus saw two brothers, James, the sons of Zebedee, and John, his brother, in a ship with Zebedee, their father, mending their nets. And the same word that's used for perfecting the saints here was used in Matthew 4:21 for mending nets. It is my call to mend, to work so that God will mend people's lives. And I got to tell you, there's a lot of mending that needs to be done, right? I know that there's a lot of mending that I need done in my heart. There's a lot of error and a lot of lies and a lot of temptation that I face that has left my heart in desperate need for mending. And so God has given the church spiritual leaders whose call it is to see the people of God mended. Another word would be restored. To restore it. That's what God's called us to do. Many say the best understanding of this word is equipping. James and John were equipping their boat so that they could go fishing. They were preparing their nets so that they could catch fish, which was their occupation. They were getting them ready. And the job of any leader in the church is to serve the people of God so that they might be mended and equipped. Mended and equipped. There is so much that is broken, so many nets that are torn and ripped, dry rotted from lack of use. We need to be mended so that we can accomplish the task that's been put before us. But when God works in us and we are being mended and we are being restored, we can fulfill that purpose that we have been given. Why were James and John mending nets with their father? Not because their wives wanted a nautical decoration in their home, but so that they could go out in that boat with their father and catch fish. And do you remember what Jesus said to the disciples when He called them? Follow me and I will make you fishers of men. Jesus was going to mend their hearts. He was going to mend their lives. He was going to mend them from their fears and their insecurity and their pride so that they could mend the lives of other people around them. That was going to be their calling. They were going to go from mending nets to mending people. Fishing for people, fishing for fish, to fishing for men. That was going to be their calling. And this morning, whatever spiritual gift that God has given you, whatever box it is that has your name on it, whatever it is that you are talented in a way that you can serve in the church, it is our responsibility to see your life mended, to help you experience God putting you back together, healing you so that you are able, you are equipped, you are ready to fulfill your purpose and your role.